Karl Michaelsson, should we be changing the Nordic dietary requirements?
For milk, you.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think we should change it based on my single study. We need more studies, and our study is big, and we have examined extremes in milk consumption, but we definitely need more studies.
Tell me about your study in particular. Perhaps you can give us a brief outline as to what the result was.
Yeah, we performed a large cohort study. The cohort consisted of both men and women, and we had repeat examination of the diet in women and a single examination of the diet in men. And we looked at fractures and mortality as outcomes. We had a follow-up of 20 years in women and 10 years in men, and we found a higher risk of death and fractures in women with high milk consumption, but a lower risk of fracture and death with fermented milk consumption. The results among men were weaker, and it could be based on the single exposure, because we had a repeat examination in women, a single exposure in men, but it could also be caused by degradation of galactose that might be different in men and women.
Because this is your hypothesis that it's galactose that could be the issue.
Yeah, and this is based on an established experimental model. And if you provide galactose to animals, rodents, flies, and dogs, they will increase their oxidative stress and inflammation, and they will have a premature death by this oxidative stress and inflammation.
Now, there was a lively debate this evening about whether or not that's a valid hypothesis to make, because there's so many different aspects within food, and can we really draw a conclusion on that? What would you say to those sort of questioning it?
We can never be certain with this kind of observational study, but we have adjusted for very many covariates included in our study, and they didn't attenuate our results. They even strengthened our results. So we did adjust for all other nutrients in milk, and socioeconomic status, smoking, and differences in body weight and physical activity. It didn't change our results. And we found a different pattern with fermented milk with the same model.
On Astrup.
And the galactose content of fermented milk products is lower. And in yogurt and soured milk, in addition to a lower galactose content, they have also an antioxidant effect, probably. It has been shown in some randomized studies.
Two questions I want to come to, but we'll take this one. First, Arne Astrup has mentioned that socioeconomic status is linked to high milk consumption, or he's seen that.
But he didn't refer to our study accurately. And again, we found the opposite direction for fracture risk and mortality rate with high consumption of cheese and yogurt, soured milk, despite the same pattern of covariates as in milk, in high milk consumption.
So we should be concerned about milk intake, but not so much concerned about cheeses or fermented dairy products.
Yes, based on our single study, you should be concerned about high milk consumption. But I repeat, we need more studies. We shouldn't make a new recommendation regarding milk based on our single study. We need more studies.
Karl Michaelsson, thank you very much.